Right now on your screen, you're seeing 12 gemstones that were found in nature, starting from the cheapest, which costs $10 per carat, all the way up to the most expensive, valued at over $100 million. If you add up the total value of all the gems on your screen, you're looking at more than $250 million in precious stones. And the best part is, if you're lucky and know where to look, you might just stumble upon one of these gems in your own region. But how is that even possible? Well, to show you why these gems can be worth so much, we're going to explore the places where they were discovered, to understand what makes someone spend millions of dollars on a stone the size of a coin. And who knows, you might even live near one of these locations. But before we reveal where the most valuable gem on the list was found, we're going to start with this one, the cheapest of them all, worth exactly $10 per carat. It's super easy to find, which means if you've ever hiked a trail or walked by a river, there's a good chance you've already seen one of these up close. I'm talking about quartz. This is one of the most common gemstones found in nature. It's easy to spot, and there are geological formations of this crystal almost everywhere in the world. That's why it's usually not worth that much. In general, a clear quartz with good appearance is worth about $10 per carat, and many aren't even sold at all. But even so, quartz has something that catches people's attention. Sometimes you can find beautiful crystals like this one in nature, with a glassy shine, and even if they don't have much monetary value, they still work great as decorations or collector's items. In rivers, these stones are found like this, smooth and rounded, almost as if they've been polished. If you go to any river in your region, there's a good chance you'll find a crystal that looks just like this. And it's exactly because it's easy to find that quartz is one of the most collected gemstones in the world. That said, if you want to find quartz in nature, the best places are regions with granitic soil or a history of hydrothermal activity. In the United States, some of the most well-known spots include the Ouachita Mountains in Arkansas, inland parts of California, Colorado, Maine, and regions of Texas and North Carolina. In many of these places, quartz can be found in riverbeds, rock crevices, or even lying loose on the ground, just waiting to be discovered. It may not be worth much, but quartz is just the beginning. And because the cabodanau gem channel is the most reliable when it comes to gemstones, just like the last one, the next stone on the list can also be found by chance. But when it appears with the right color and in the right shape, the value changes completely. And that's when things start to get a lot more interesting. This little purple stone is amethyst. It's a variety of quartz, but unlike the one before, it has color, it has shine, and depending on its quality, it can be worth hundreds of dollars per stone. For a long time, amethyst was considered a rare gemstone, used by kings, priests, and nobles. But over time, large deposits were discovered in several parts of the world, and today it's much more accessible. Still, if you come across an amethyst with deep color, good transparency, and decent size, it can be very valuable. The more common ones are worth between $20 and $50 per carat, but exceptional specimens can easily exceed $100. What stands out the most in amethyst is its purple tone. It can range from light lavender to deep, almost dark violet. The more intense and uniform the color, the rarer and more valuable the stone becomes. Also, well-formed crystals with intact terminations are even more sought after by collectors. And here's the best part. You can actually find amethyst in nature. In the United States, it appears mainly in Arizona, Colorado, North Carolina, and also in parts of Maine and Georgia. The best chances are in areas with hydrothermal veins, abandoned mines, and regions with volcanic rock. In some rivers, you might even find tumbled fragments, just like with quartz. So yes, you could still stumble upon one of these. But unlike quartz, this one is already worth paying attention to. And the next stone on the list takes that idea even further. Because with the right color and perfect formation, it can reach values in the thousands of dollars per carat. I'm talking about gemstone-grade citrine. Just look at that beautiful color. Just like amethyst, citrine is also a variety of quartz. But instead of the purple tone, citrine displays a color that ranges from light yellow to deep orange, resembling the glow of the sun. And when it has the right hue, good transparency, and a decent size, it can be worth much more than you might expect. Natural citrine is relatively rare. In fact, most citrines sold on the market are actually amethysts that have been heat treated until their color changes. And that's exactly why genuine citrine, formed naturally under geothermal heat, is more valuable and highly sought after by collectors. A good quality citrine can range from $30 to $80 per carat, but top-grade faceted stones with deep color and visual perfection can be sold for up to $200 per carat at auctions and high-end jewelry stores. But why would someone pay $200 for a yellow stone? Well, that's a matter of status. A natural citrine, aside from being rare, draws attention with its warm glow and conveys a sense of class and wealth. Many people believe citrine attracts prosperity, which is why it's not only used in jewelry, but also as a good luck charm in offices, businesses, and workspaces. And the best part, you can also find citrine in nature. In the United States, natural citrine can be found in states like Colorado, North Carolina, California, and Georgia, especially in areas with granitic rocks and pegmatites. Outside the U.S., there are known deposits in Scotland, parts of Spain, and also in the mountainous regions of Switzerland and Eastern Europe. But the largest and purest crystals ever discovered came from countries like Madagascar, Brazil, and some regions of West Africa. These are ancient and deep geological formations that support the creation of natural citrines with excellent color. Now back to our list. When it comes to value, citrine is the kind of stone that starts to get interesting. It may not change your life, but it could easily be the first gem you sell for a solid profit. And that brings us to the next stone on the list. Because now we're leaving the world of quartz and entering the territory of truly rare gemstones. And this next one, if it has the right color, can be worth thousands of dollars per carat, even when it's small. This is Tsavorite garnet, and personally, I think it's absolutely stunning. This gem has one of the most vibrant green colors in the world. And unlike emeralds, which almost always have internal fractures, Tsavorite can be found with perfect clarity, intense brilliance, and surprising durability. And when it shows up like that, the price skyrockets. To give you an idea, a high-quality Tsavorite garnet like this one can range from $500 to $2,000 per carat, and exceptional specimens with deep color and high transparency have been sold for over $5,000 per carat. In some international auctions, rare pieces have even reached $10,000 per carat. But what makes this garnet so special is that, unlike most other gems on this list, it strikes the perfect balance between brilliance, durability, and color. It has a shade of green that often rivals the finest emeralds in the world, but without the imperfections that typically come with natural emeralds. And even though it may seem like an unreachable gem, you can in fact find it in nature. In the United States, green garnet deposits have been found in parts of Vermont, Idaho, and Alaska, although pure Tsavorites are much rarer. Around the world, the best examples come from Kenya, Tanzania, and some remote regions of Pakistan. In Europe, green garnets have been reported in isolated areas of Norway and Finland, usually associated with metamorphic rocks and calcite veins. Just imagine finding one of these stones in nature and selling it for $10,000. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? With a gem like this in your hand, reality starts to shift. Unlike citrine or amethyst, Tsavorite is a stone that is already on the radar of investors and high-end jewelers. Now moving forward, if you think $10,000 is a lot, the next gem on our list goes way beyond that. Because not only does it shine in a truly unique way, it can also display different colors depending on the light. And that little detail, as simple as it sounds, can turn an ordinary-looking stone into a gem worth tens of thousands of dollars. This gem now appearing on your screen is Alexandrite. And honestly, this stone looks like it came from another planet. It's one of the only natural gemstones that can actually change color depending on the light. Yes, you heard that right. Under natural light, it may appear green or bluish green. But when you place it under artificial light, like a lamp or even fire, it shifts to shades of red, purple, or even deep burgundy. Pretty amazing, right? It's like a gemstone with a dual identity, and that feature alone makes it one of the most valuable gems in the world. A natural Alexandrite with strong color change, high transparency, and no visible flaws can be worth anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 per carat.
But this stone right here is 20 million.
20 million.
And discount for me?
Discount for me.
What if I swallow it? And then you cut me open, I get it.
Yes, you heard that right. But that's the exception, not the rule. because finding one of these in nature is like looking for a needle in a haystack. Alexandrite was first discovered in Russia in the Ural Mountains during the mid-19th century, and since then, it's only been found in a handful of places around the world. In other words, it's not impossible to find one, but it's definitely unlikely. In the United States, there are rare reports in parts of Arizona, but the most significant deposits come from Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, and Brazil. In Europe, true Alexandrite is almost non-existent, which makes Russian specimens even more legendary and highly sought after. After all, who wouldn't want to find a gemstone that could be worth $70,000 per carat? Still, there's always a bigger fish, right? The next gem on the list goes beyond the $30,000 mark because it looks like a flash of blue lightning trapped inside a gemstone. And when it's found in the right shape, it can mesmerize just about anyone, including buyers with millions of dollars in their bank account. This turquoise blue stone you're seeing on your screen right now is Paraiba tourmaline. And believe it or not, there are buyers in the world willing to pay over $50,000 per carat just to own one of these. It's so luminous that it looks like it's lit from within, and when light passes through the stone, it's as if there's a bolt of lightning trapped inside. That's why many people call it the blue lightning gem. But what makes Paraiba tourmaline so special and so expensive is its chemical composition. It contains extremely high amounts of copper and manganese, which create that neon glow that no other gemstone in the world can replicate. That's why even a small Paraiba stone stands out in any jewelry showcase. To give you an idea, a 2-carat Paraiba tourmaline with good transparency and flawless cutting can easily reach $50,000. And the rarer the color, like pure blue or neon green, the higher the price. There have even been unique specimens sold for more than $100,000 per carat. But here's the catch. Finding one of these in nature is almost a miracle. The first Paraiba tourmaline was discovered in 1989 in the interior of Paraiba State in Brazil. And since then, the Brazilian mines have pretty much dried up. What remains are stones that were already extracted and are now traded on the international market. Outside of Brazil, tourmalines with a similar appearance have been found in Nigeria and Mozambique. But even those are extremely rare. In the United States, there is still no official record of a natural Paraiba tourmaline. But hey, just imagine finding one of these by accident and learning that it's worth more than a luxury car. The color is so intense that even experienced buyers are stunned the first time they see one in person. And if you thought that was surreal, just wait for what's next. Because the next gem on this list doesn't just shine, it's been revered for thousands of years. And when it shows up in its purest form, it can easily surpass $100,000 per carat. This is the Colombian emerald, one of the oldest and most valuable gemstones in history. It has always been associated with power, luxury, and spirituality. And when it comes from Colombia, its value goes even higher. That's because Colombian emeralds have an intense, vivid green color, not leaning toward blue or yellow. It's the ideal shade, and that's why they are considered the best emeralds in the world. A high-quality stone can be worth anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 per carat. And if it's flawless, no fractures, no treatments, the value can go beyond $200,000 per carat. Besides the color, what makes emeralds so coveted is how hard it is to find a truly clean stone. Most are found in narrow veins, inside hard rock, often extracted by hand. In the United States, emeralds have been found in North Carolina, where there's even a public mine open to visitors. But truly valuable emeralds still come from Colombia, especially from the Muzo region. There are also good deposits in Brazil, Afghanistan, and to a lesser extent, in Austria and Norway. Can you imagine stumbling across one of these by accident? Sounds unlikely, but it has happened before. Now hold on, because the next stone on the list is even rarer, and depending on the specimen, it can easily exceed $1 million. This is the Burmese ruby, and yes, this gemstone has already been sold for more than $1 million. What makes this ruby so special is its color. There's a specific hue known as pigeon blood, an intense red with a glowing inner fire. And when a ruby reaches that tone, the price skyrockets. A high-quality Burmese ruby can be worth $150,000 per carat, or even more. And if the gem weighs over 5 carats, is untreated, and has a flawless cut, the value can exceed $3 million for a single stone. These rubies come from the Mogok region in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, home to the most famous and sought-after ruby deposits in the world. Other countries like Thailand, Vietnam, and Mozambique also produce good quality rubies, but none that compare to the intensity of Burmese stones. In the United States, rubies have been found in Montana and North Carolina, but they're usually small and of lower quality. A flawless Burmese ruby is something you'd expect to see in a museum or at a high-end international auction. But as we've seen so far, there's always someone who finds a rare stone where no one else is looking. And now we're reaching the top of the list. The next gemstones aren't just rare, they're legendary, and one of them has already been sold for more than $70 million. This is the pink star, and to this day it holds the title of the most expensive diamond ever sold in history. It was discovered in South Africa in 1999, weighing over 132 carats in its rough form. After 2 years of meticulous cutting, it became the stunning 59.6 carat jewel with a vivid pink color, the highest possible grade for diamonds of that hue. In 2017, the pink star was auctioned for $71.2 million in Hong Kong, shattering all previous gemstone sales records. And what's even more impressive is that it was bought by a jeweler who renamed it the CTF Pink Star in honor of his father. This diamond isn't just expensive, it's one of a kind. The combination of its weight, purity, and intense color puts it in a class of its own. To this day, no other pink diamond with these characteristics has ever been found. That's why the pink star is considered one of the most valuable gemstones ever extracted from the earth. And the most fascinating part? It came from nature, straight out of the South African soil, proving that, as unlikely as it may seem, a single stone can be worth more than a yacht, a mansion, or even a classic work of art. But now, before we reveal the final gemstone on our list, there's something important you need to keep in mind. You should never throw away a stone you find in nature. In fact, the next gem we're about to show you is living proof that one of the most valuable stones on Earth was found completely by accident. All it takes is being in the right place at the right time. Many people have stumbled upon valuable gems without even knowing it. And because they lacked the right knowledge, they ended up selling something that could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars for just a few cents. That's why, if you want to protect yourself from opportunistic buyers and learn how to identify what you really have in your hands, check out our ebook, Gemology Journey for Beginners. It's a straightforward guide designed for beginners, packed with simple tests you can do at home, like density testing, hardness testing, visual inspection, and light refraction. These tests can seriously help you identify your finds with more confidence and avoid getting tricked by people looking to take advantage. On top of that, the ebook comes with an exclusive chart of the most common minerals, their characteristics, and rarity levels. Perfect for anyone who wants to build a serious collection. Right now, the regular price is $20. But if you're one of the first to click the link, you can get it for less than $10. And the best part? You have 7 full days to access the content. And if you don't like it, just request your money back. No questions asked. So take advantage of this while you can, because unlike our Gemology ebook, the next gemstone on our list isn't for sale. That's because it's held as a national treasure, protected by museums, and considered one of the most famous gems of all time. This is the Hope Diamond. And unlike every other stone on this list, it's not for sale. This legendary gem was discovered over 300 years ago in India, deep within the mines of the Golconda region, which are known for producing some of the most famous diamonds in history. When it was first found, the rough stone weighed about 112 carats and had a deep blue glow unlike anything else ever seen. The diamond was eventually cut and passed through the hands of kings, bankers, collectors, and even smugglers. It became famous not only for its beauty, but also for a supposed curse, which allegedly brought tragedy, imprisonment, and financial ruin to many of its previous owners. Today, the Hope Diamond weighs 45.52 carats, has a rare grayish-blue hue caused by the presence of boron, and is valued at over $100 million. But that number is just an estimate. The gem has never been officially sold. Right now, it's on permanent display at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., in the United States. It's one of the most visited gemstones in the world, protected by bulletproof glass and maximum security. But if this whole gem world is still new to you, and you want to learn more without spending a dime, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and keep watching the next video that's already popping up on your screen. In it, you'll learn how to identify other valuable minerals that might be hidden right there in your region. Thanks for liking and subscribing to Cabodanau Gems channel. Good luck, Gem Hunter!